Some people, they would go to other people's, they would look, and when somebody had it, or they were finished, everybody would run over, walk over there and go, and just look at it, see if it flooded. Miss Amber touched it, nobody got flooded.
From an overview perspective, in gross, we cut about $11 million out of last year's operational budget, but we had some mandatory increases. And so the net in the operational budget is about a $2 million cut. We've also cut $5 million plus in positions. That's kind of the core of what we've done with the cuts, and Rachel will share some detail with that.
He's made a few canine friends here at the center. So if you do have a dog, we'd like to ask for you to schedule a meet and greet to see if y'all are a good match. If you've been dreaming of a loyal sidekick with a goofy personality and just a hint of tiny horse energy, Biscuit just might be your guy.
The historic courthouse is one of the great treasures of this town. I think many of us feel, rightly or wrongly, that it is not being fully used or appreciated in a historical context. And without, I think I can fully commit on behalf of one or more groups that we will take a hard look at the building if this committee and others would wish us to do so.
A lot of our agency lakes, like this lake, was created in the late 1950s. And so over time, the condition has deteriorated, even through our best efforts over that amount of time. But with part of this Bill Dance Signature Lake, we wanted to make some improvements. And so that's what we've done here. And it's been both in the water, above the water.
Basketball's behind us now. So we are full spring sports.
Yes, and we are fired up for this show today. We've got flag football performances, dominant performances on the diamond, some milestone moments in lacrosse, and a lot more, so we'll get right into it.
The health department, we actually get a lot of our funding either from the state or built into our contracts, that the cost reimbursement contracts. So the counties usually reimburse for anything that we spend. I shouldn't say anything we spend, but supplies and things like that that are needed.
My name is Stephanie. I am a registered dietitian, and I work mainly with women, infants, and children here at the health department. But today we're just going to share, this is a meal that can be great for families, for kids, for adults.
Do we have any chance of doing a crossing guard at Preston? I mean, is it in the budget?
We have money budgeted for crossing guards already. We just can't fill the positions. That's the problem. The money is there. Finding somebody to fill the position is the difficult part.
Things are going well at the Ag Park, just from a day-to-day standpoint. And we're already seeing revenues increase. We're doing some housekeeping when it comes to the calendar. Trying to do a better job of looking at the economic impact of the different options that we have for booking the weekends.
How does this align with what the task force has been working on and the recommendations that are coming for the septic department?
It doesn't have a direct bearing, although if properties in the urban growth boundary develop with septic systems, then it's going to be a lot easier and less costly to do so.
I'd like to thank each of you all and Mr. Mavala. All three of these folks, Andy Marshall, Mary Smith, and BK Mavala, have put their names on the ballots, participated in this forum and others, and are working in this community to seek your vote. So we'll take this opportunity to say thank you.
The Ravenwood Twitter account, X account, have you seen it?
No.
They talk a lot of trash on that account. Like, it's entertaining to bring up. They do these graphics. It looks like it's driven by AI, but it's pretty solid. But I should have clipped some of the tweets because they get little digs in at the opponent. It's fantastic. It's
really
entertainment. Oh yeah, you should check it out. I think it's Ravenwood.
I'm assuming
Ravenwood Raptors
it's student
soccer.
run, or
I think it's parent run.
Oh wow!
It's not an official school account.
I do want to report this is the first for me since I have, I think, even been with the county, not just as director, but our direct debt liability, outstanding debt, has actually reduced this year. So we have actually paid off more than we have actually borrowed this year. And then again, we have also done an extra refunding. So I am happy to announce that we have reduced our debt this year by $7,350,000. I know that doesn't sound like much, but to me, it's a really big deal.
Before we move on, if it's okay, I'd like to introduce our new county health director who will be starting or replacing me after I retire on June the 5th. And this is Colin Simmons. I believe I sent out an email to all of you about.
You should send a picture, so I didn't know.
I did send a picture.
Was there a picture attached?
I did send a picture. I thought I did. So that's okay. But this is Colin, and he's going to be starting. He's been training with me the last couple of weeks and will be with me till the first part of June. So just wanted to introduce him, and we'll introduce him at full commission.
Very good. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
As you mentioned, the tax relief program is included in the county commission minutes or the county commission budget. We did a resolution in September of this fiscal year to increase that by $150,000. That was to, if you will recall, to the state had decreased their amount, and we were trying to keep that as status quo for our citizens.
County is responsible for ambulance service in Williamson County.
By state law.
By state law, not Williamson Health.
No.
So the $53 million that you've lost since 2009 is extremely generous, and it's not go unnoticed, trust me. What if the hospital just decided at their next meeting to say, we're not gonna do this anymore?
Yeah, I'll tell you this. We want to provide the service because Michael and his team provide the most amazing service I've been around in my career. We can't provide it at a loss.
I'm really excited for these students to be able to show off their skills because sometimes these students don't always get to stand out and show off what they know. And this is a way for them to be special and just get to be a star for the day.
On to tennis. Brentwood continues to dominate. Boys and girls both heading into the district tournament undefeated as the #1 seed. Boys also notched a win over Hume Fogg. Independence had a big week. Shout out to Coach Balzer. The boys secured a comeback win over Centennial, while the girls swept Centennial 9-0, locking up a tie for second in the district, which is their best finish in regular season history.
We did state retirement. That rate, as you know, we received that from the Tennessee Consolidated Retirement. That is an actuarial study that's done every year, and then they give us that rate. That has gone up again, unfortunately, this year. So the rate increase last year, this current year, was 8.77. We are making an increase of 9.47. So that is something that we're keeping an eye on because that rate continues to increase.
The former lieutenant governor, longtime Democrat lieutenant governor John Wilder, he said, about 80 to 90% of the state's business is in three areas: education, healthcare, and infrastructure, roads. And that's really kind of true when you add up everything and you look at the budget. That $58 billion, it's maybe not quite that high, but it's certainly the lion's share of our budget.
Williamson County in this body is now going to have an unprecedented opportunity with discretion that no county body has had before with regard to healthcare and its general operation and the use of funds. There literally has not been another system that has the opportunity that you have.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a really important vote for a number of our teachers. Somewhere around 165 or so of our teachers are eligible for tenure. The tenure process is fairly stringent. For those who might have some old idea of tenure, it used to be if you stayed employed for 3 years, then you were tenured as a teacher. Not true anymore.
The county residents are going to have to pay one way or the other for ambulance. We could outsource it, we could keep on the same path as we're going, but I don't think anybody's going to step in and offer a better job than what Michael and his team are doing for our citizens here in Williamson County.
We've spent the last 4 weeks going over different standards of careers between our kindergarten all the way through 5th grade. And as a culminating activity, we decided to try to find speakers to bring into the school.
My favorite part about Career Day was learning about different jobs that I've never heard about. It was very interesting.
We are going to have to start to invest back into our parks. And because the low-hanging fruit here is we know we're not going to be able to buy more land, and we know we may not be able to afford to build new facilities. So we're absolutely going to have to maintain the ones we have.
This week, Ravenwood, Clayton, Blandon, and Anna Keeney both qualified for the state meet in the multis. Clayton won the Section 4 decathlon, while Anna was runner-up in the pentathlon, despite smashing a 17-year-old record, which was held by Courtney Woodard, who I believe went off to Indiana and did great things.
Great things.
And her brother, Jonathan, former Ravenwood Raptor and NFL player for the
Miami Dolphins, right?
Yeah. So
did he play for Rector or was he in the Matty D world?
No, he played for Schumann.
Schumann.
Shoe
Dog.
Yes. So, blast from the past right there.
Everyone feels my light heart warm up to my smile and joyful nature, no dearth of friends or laughter. But rarely could they catch me sad. Maybe I did learn to keep secrets.
The current year's budget has 5,388 full-time equivalents, FTEs. So that 141 number gives you some perspective on our staffing ratio. We're staffed somewhere around 97%.
They're going to be really scary come tournament time. And in Brandamore, 9 targets. I don't know who's calling the offense. I don't know if it's Tuck or Coach Webb or who. Great job. I've been wondering that.
Throw it up.
Just throw it up to her, man. Like, okay, where do we have to get a first down or a touchdown? Okay, Cecily, run to that point, throw it up and get it.
Right. There's nobody in the district you can put on her that,
no.
I mean, if it's a jump ball, she's probably going to get it.
What's really hurting is going from that 92 to 94. You get a double whammy.
It's $10 million.
Now that's $10 million.
Yep.
And that was relayed to those commissioners last year, but they're really putting in a pickle now. Because you've done a good job on your budget. The school board has done a good job, and you should be commended. And the staff has worked it as good as any budget I've seen in several years.
If we were to move out of the existing courthouse, what would that courthouse be used for? I think that does still fall under the subsection of the rehabilitation of existing property and use, because those are questions that they're going to want us to answer as part of this task force recommendation of, if we don't stay there and if we don't rehab because it's unfeasible for these reasons, what would that rehab use be for, or is it destined towards surplus and RFPs?